modern society, for many of us who have been brought up to live under society's standards, we are existing but not really experiencing. Every event passes us like a blurry image. Have you ever wondered, who am I? Who are you when you're not running to the next thing? And when did you spend time with yourself, alone, in silence?
I'm Eric. I'm a powerlifting yoga teacher. I decided to pick up yoga as a means to change my habits and my lifestyle.
My name is Ellie Woodford. I'm a psychologist. I practice in Brisbane and I graduated from here in Perth. We were taught wandering more in the sense of mindfulness. It's really good for people who are experiencing a lot of psychological distress from trauma or depression or anxiety, even anger problems. The core component of mindfulness is being present. Be present in the moment. Notice the 5 senses you have in your body. What are you seeing? What are you hearing? What are you tasting? What are you smelling? The more you do it, you really become in tune with who you are and what's around you.
We're in a world where everything gets stimulated. Our senses are pretty much tinkered all the time. From the moment we wake up, we have our phones on, we have our alarm clocks on, we have the music on, the TV on, and the hustle and the bustle of the city and all these kind of stuff. And I think walking is one way of getting back to yourself.
Everyone's caught up these days in technology. You see people in the trains and the buses, and they all got their iPads, iPhones. What happened to just noticing what's around you, noticing your feelings, and just being present?
You tell me not to let go.
If you do something that makes you happy, then your mind gets focused into one thing. It doesn't get distracted. It doesn't matter whether it's yoga or painting or running or anything that you do, so long as you love it. It gets to a point where you concentrate your mind on it to a point that you're not thinking anymore. So if you're doing the walk and you're walking in the park, your senses get stimulated. You'll see beautiful trees, you'll see wind hustling, you'll see leaves. You'll feel more because your senses are heightened. It is a meditation. You can call it as a meditation, you can call it as concentration or mindfulness, but it just keeps you sharp, keeps everything simple.
It works so well for people who worry about the future. Their minds are caught up in the future or caught up in the past. But all you can do really is exist in the present moment. And it's not just acknowledging what you're feeling and being aware and curious of what you're feeling, but you're acknowledging and you're validating that experience for yourself. There's 3 processes really. You're being aware, you're acknowledging, and you're accepting it in a non-judgmental way. If you can then accept your experiences, you can accept yourself. And if you can accept yourself, chances are it'll be easier for you to accept the person next to you, or someone you really don't like, or the world around you.
Awareness doesn't happen all the time. It's the presence of the moment that makes it more worthwhile. The more you get in the zone, the more your central nervous system gets really calm and deep. You get to disregard everything else around you and you get to a point where it just becomes clear.
life's changing all the time, every millisecond, every second in life. Things are changing around you. And being mindful, you're kind of accepting and synthesizing that change through one process. What happens in your brain, if you think about it, is like a light bulb. Every time they worry and they link it to another thought, another light bulb goes on. And your brain, while you're lying in bed, is just filled up with light bulbs and you can't get some peace. There's a really amazing mindful technique. We call it leaves on a stream. You imagine the stream as real as you can, trees, whatever you want. And there's a leaf there, and you put on that leaf a representation of the first light bulb that went on. And you watch that leaf go down the stream right to the very end and see mindfulness. You're watching that and you're letting that go and you're letting it extinguish by itself.
Wandering as a whole, I think, is a reflection of walking a journey that doesn't end, something that keeps on going and it doesn't stop. And it's something that people need to do more of to get pushed to what's possible.
This youth worker that I had just met, and he said to me how I relax as I go and sit on the jetty. He'll watch the sun set. He watches the line of ray of sunshine that comes from the sun to the jetty. And he said sometimes if you watch that ray of sunshine, you'll see it move a little bit to the right or move a little bit to the left, but it always comes back to the center. And he said that, in his culture, they believe that when they pass on, they walk through that line. And he ended up saying to me, go far in peace and understanding. It's a story that I think will live on in me, and it reminds me to be present. You are actually a free person. You can choose to be in the present and wander and be mindful, or you can choose to be stuck in stress and sadness or fear or worry. Wouldn't you rather choose to live life really experiencing it?
I'll never quite understand why we love to carry on wars as we do. And I haven't yet opened the doors that your bullets are already flying through. And I wish you'd stop claiming you surrender. Lay down the guns if you do. Accuse me of standing guard, but wouldn't you? Honey, you're so quick to skip from praise to slander.
Particularly worrying circumstances for said tab. This is James signing off for ECG News.
News.